2:30.
All right.
Give the people what they want. Yo, what is good, SJR crew? I see Keek Dow always like, let's go. He said, it's time to go. Let's
What
fucking
up?
go. We got the man in the house right over here. Fresh C, the legend, the one, the only artist. Not just rapper, but artist. Fresh C, man. Say what's up.
Appreciate you, bro. Super appreciative to be back. It's literally we both had to like look at the archives. It's been like an entire just about a year, like a month under a year, like
It's
11 months.
Yeah, it's been quite some time. My little
Yeah.
hiatus and everything, and I'm just glad to have you back on the channel, man. Back into your, conversations. Although when I was gone, you did call me like on my cell phone and check in on me, and I appreciate that shit. You a real one, just like King did.
Yeah, of course.
Hit me on my cell and was like, "Hey, everything good?" You know. So and Emmanuel too. What's
Shout
up,
out to
E?
King.
Always coming through,
What's up, everybody?
always showing love, always, very concerned of people, and I appreciate all of you, man. That's 100.
Yeah, no, I'm just glad to be here, man. Most importantly, not for me, for you though, because like I think I could speak for everybody when we all say everybody was like, "Yo," you know what I mean? I mean, outside, we've had conversations, you know what I mean? But I mean,
Right.
for everybody else, like, just your absence of help, doing what you do for artists and helping everybody out, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're a big part of the culture, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful,
Appreciate that.
I know we always talk about it, but thankful that you popped in my live feed randomly. Like,
Hey, man.
it's
The
been
thing
over a
is, like, I
year.
see talent, bro, and I wanna be like, hey, I want to push this shit, dude. Duran, what's up, Duran, my dude? Monk, good to see you, my dude. Um, yeah, man. When I see good talent, man, and you're alive, dude, I'm gonna hit you up and be like, hey, you mind if I, show you some of your shit? Cause I want to be respectful. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that was
saying?
cool.
And you said,
Yeah,
oh, Sacramento, cool, yeah, and we gotta like hit it right off the bat. It's freaking amazing, man.
yeah. Yeah, no, that was a cool moment, and I felt like when you and I connected, and I was able to connect you with other people. A lot of them are in this chat. You know what I mean? So to connect you with other people, and the circle just keeps growing and growing and growing.
That's facts. That's facts, man. And the thing is, like, you see in the music industry, there's like competition, which competition is fine, but when competition turns into animosity, you know what I'm saying? And oh, this motherfucker's beating me
Yeah,
out on some shit. That's not okay. But this community don't have that. There's a lot of people on this platform that come through here that may have 100 views. There's another person that got 1,000 views. There's another motherfucker got 10,000 views. You know what I'm saying? And we're all equal. We're all equal. We're all
yeah,
music
yeah, man.
lovers. We're all fucking doing our own thing, but at the same time supporting everybody else. Because that's what it's about. It's about supporting everybody else.
100%.
Put everything you got into it, and your dreams will come happen. Whether it's music or basketball or
Yeah,
football, whatever your dream is, you do it. You do it like you're sleeping. You know.
for sure, for sure. I don't know about the sleep part, but I know the other part very well.
He's all I asleep for shit. Yeah. Sorry to hear that,
I
Monk.
don't.
Yeah,
I
sorry to hear that,
should.
Monk. Much love to you,
I
man.
should.
What happened?
Yeah, shout out to the chat one
Rest
time.
in recovery.
I
Busting
got
a
him on a
leg.
different
Oh,
screen, so I if I damn. Yeah, that's not good. Yo,
yeah.
what up, E? What up, Monk? What up, Duran the rapper? What up, King Dow? Yeah, shout out to everybody chilling.
Yo, Duran, we got some of your
Shout out to
music
you
coming
though.
tonight too, bro. I had to go back. You've been dropping so much content, bro. I was just like having to go back. You too, E. Just there's just so much content, bro. I'm just like I had to put like several songs on just to catch up every week, you know?
The content grows, man. Everybody's working.
Yeah, because I purposely didn't watch any music for the 8 months I was gone, so I would have stuff to come back to,
Yeah.
in case things slow down with the people going back to work and shit. But it hasn't slowed down either. That's the thing.
Nah, not at all. Not at all, man. Oops, gotta
Yeah.
turn this shit the fuck off.
King, Fresh got some knowledge to drop. In fact, I talked to him last week on the phone, and we was talking about some things we were going to get into tonight, and I'm excited to get into some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I'm not sure if he's going to touch upon tonight, but that's going to be at his discretion. I know he's got some surprises for you guys.
And we talk about whatever, man.
Well, I don't want to ruin any surprises. That's the thing, man.
Nah, here's the thing I always say. I'm only gonna tell people what they need to know. You know what I mean? Like people should know enough already. Like I'll give you what you need to know, but as far as the exclusive, I'll hook you up with something nobody knows, and that's definitely something that I'll do just for you because you're my dude, man.
That's my dude. That's my dude. My dude. That's the SGR crew, though. That's love, man. And that you show love, you get love, man. That's what it's about. I'm keen for the flows tonight, bro. Yeah, absolutely. I think we got somewhere around 20 to 25 songs already loaded up. We didn't get a heavy dose of too much, so there was a lot of stuff that came in that was copywritten, so I'm not going to be able to play it because of what happened last week. But I'm sure
what happened with you last week?
They cut the stream in the middle of the stream after a song that I picked. It was my fault.
Damn.
And I knew it was copywritten. But I didn't. It was over in Australia, so I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Maybe they would just hit it, for the ads afterwards or whatever. Right towards the end of that song, they cut the stream for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then it kind of came back on. But it's always a risk when you're doing that shit. Jeff Champion's in the house. What's up, my dude? Good to see you. Hope everything's been going well
for you. What up, Jeff Champion? Yo, how's the weather where you're at right now, man? I gotta ask you this shit.
I got the fucking air conditioner.
Is it nice right now in Cali?
Yeah, man. I got the air conditioner on.
Yo, I'm pushed to the limit today. Excuse me.
Look at my slides on.
Bro, you live in there right now.
Yeah. Wow, you
Shit,
cold?
I got shorts all the time.
I know, me too. Even when it's
bro, I'm burning up. In Arizona, it's hot as hell. But I was just in LA earlier this week, and it was kind of cold. And so when I got back home, I'm wearing shorts and flip-flops just like you. And I was pissed off. It was like so windy, and then it rained for like 15 minutes, and then it was like a 25-mile-an-hour windstorm. I was like, what the hell is up with this?
Yo, it was
weather,
hella
dude?
Windy up here too, man. Like for like
Crazy.
a week, maybe 2 weeks, it was just windy as shit. And I'm trying to start this other YouTube channel that I'm painting fucking Hot Wheels and shit. And painting in the wind is a motherfucker, dude. Because I got this tiny shed outside. It's like a 7x7 shed. And I can't paint in there because I don't have any ventilation. So I have to do it outside the shed. I'm trying to use that fucking airbrush and shit and paint them cars, man.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to is fucking dust on your cool whip. You know what I mean? Especially if you're airbrushing or whatever kind of like paint you're using, and then you look at it real close and you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you realize it's like, oh shit, it's some motherfucking crop dust from whatever the fuck is in here. You know what I mean?
We went and spent all this money on like some really nice paints, like these little tiny bottles of paint. They're probably like 1.5 inches tall, probably like maybe 1 inch in diameter. $5 a pop, and it's like got color changing. Like when you move it in the light, it like does that pearlescent shit. Pretty fire.
Yeah. Does it have like metal flakes in it? Like is it like a mixture? Like how DuPont makes mixtures of model paints, and so they'll do like metallic, and they'll have like three colors. So like you turn it like a prism. Yeah. And it has like different colors, then you can see like the color flakes. Yeah,
it has the flake in there. And then I bought some chrome paint, and I bought some gold paint.
Ooh,
so the colors that I don't have gold flake in or chrome flake in, I can add to it, which is pretty fire.
That's tight.
Yeah.
I want to see because when we had that conversation, you were saying that people how put like little motors and stuff like that in them.
Yeah, man.
I'm interested
it gets very intricate. You got to use tweezers and shit.
I'm curious to see some shit like that.
I posted some on my Instagram. So if you want to look at a few.
No, I've seen those.
Oh, okay. So those ones I haven't quite finished all of putting them back together and everything, but some of them are ready to be put back together. The interiors are painted and shit like that. But yeah, man, that shit gonna be fire. And then we're gonna race them.
I want to see. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I want to see somebody race that shit.
That shit
Like
fire,
I want to see
dude.
it on a track. I was watching those YouTube channels you told me to check out, and I was like, how the fuck do they? How do you like? How could you make something like that? Like
Super
it's like
interesting.
this big, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't know, man. I
That's just
got
wild.
super addicted to that shit, dude. I was like, man, I could do that. I used to do models when I was a kid. Maybe I should get back into fucking with it.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Yo, Jeff, absolutely, man. We're gonna put the motherfucking links up everywhere, man, because that channel right there is gonna be a straight up hobby, a second hobby right there. I mean, music is my first love, but that shit gonna be nice too. So, enough
That's
about
fucking
me.
cool, man.
Let's get into you, my friend.
Yeah.
Um, you've been
Sure.
working on some stuff. You want to get into what you've been working on?
Yeah, of course. This year for 2021, unofficially, actually, I could say officially because I have the number count right here. So from just 2020 to now, as far as the year span, I've got 4 albums, 4 unreleased albums,
Oh shit.
6 EPs, and like 87 singles. And so there's a legal reason why I haven't put out any music in 2021 as far as rapping per se. I've done features for a lot of people. You know what I mean? So I'm still always active. It's just
Yeah.
I haven't had the opportunity to really get out of this little weird situation that I've got to let surpass first. And so once this is gone, there'll be some projects that come out. So we're prepared. I got it down to 3. Of course, I'm not going to drop an album yet. So those are going to stay. But there will be for sure. There will be 1 EP. There might be 2, but for sure we have down 1. There's 3 different ones I'm kind of playing with that I want to release. But mostly 2021 has been all about production. So I've been doing stuff for TV, for not movies, which kind of sucks because I did try to do production as far as beats is what I mean. Making stuff for commercials.
That's what's up,
So I've
man.
been doing stuff for commercials. Yeah, like funny shit that you wouldn't even think about. I'm not gonna blow all of it out there, but there's household items now that have my beats in the background,
That's
which is
so
cool.
dope,
Like,
man. That is so
this-
cool.
Yeah, the funniest one, I will tell you this, the funniest one is a Raid commercial, right? It's Raid, like the fucking spray
The bug
for
spray.
bugs, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. It's a cool little, it's a cool beat that I made like around Christmas time, and it fit. So, I mean, Raid cuts checks. I wasn't aware of that before, but a lot of other stuff for like TV stuff. So like in between, I don't know if you watch Hulu. There's a segment in between on Hulu. You have to watch ads. It's just like regular TV.
Yeah.
And so I have 4 placements for Hulu
Oh,
as a producer, though, not as a rapper, but as a producer. And so my commercials sift through there often. As a matter of fact, my son's friend was watching Hulu the other day, and he was over here. So they heard, I'm always in my studio making beats or making noise. I'm always doing something. And he was like, "Yo, I saw your dad's beat on Hulu, and I was watching anime, and I was like, that's sick." I was like, "Tell him to
That's
screen, record it,
amazing.
and send it to you." You know what I mean?
yo, that's amazing.
So basically,
man.
2021. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, But 2021 has basically been more about production
Yeah.
as far as what I can show to the public. So just making beats,
Yeah.
a lot of beats. So I know there's a lot of rappers in here. So if you guys need some beats, we can work it out.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. And Heather, welcome. I'm glad to see you, my girl. Always better late than never. But hey, we appreciate you. And we just started anyway. Well, we've been on less than 15 minutes. So that's good.
Yeah, we just got here.
Yes, E, absolutely. Congratulations, man. That is a huge step in the direction you want to go, man. I
Thank you.
appreciate your hard work and talent to be able to push it to that level, man. That's huge.
But you know who I got to thank for that is a Twitch streamer. So there's a Twitch streamer named Riz Rowe
Shout
who
out.
I've been also Yeah, so shout out to Riz Row. So I stream on Twitch retro video games. I'm getting ready to unveil my music side of things here pretty soon too. I'm not gonna say what that is, but um, there's something to do purely with only music. But me streaming retro video games since like back in November, I'm showing bringing people into my world intimately, like who Cody is, the person, because
Yeah.
Cody, the person, plays video games. Like I have a whole rack on this wall. We're moving this whole studio around today, so it's kind of a mess. But on both walls, I have carts, actual physical carts. So I have
Nice.
115 NES carts, 232 Super Nintendo carts, all the original systems, all the mini systems, TurboGrafx, Sega Saturn, and so I'm a collector. I collect all these. So long story short, I was on his stream. He came to my stream, and the intro music on my Twitch was one of those beats. And he was like, "Yo, I like this beat, man. I work for a guy that used to work for Nintendo, who now does commercials for Febreze. You know, like the
Huh.
the spray Febreze."
Yeah.
And he was like, "They're looking for producers for various commercials." And I was like, whatever, in one ear and out the other. But he gave me the legitimate email, and I got a call the next day. And so that opened doors for a whole bunch of, and I don't look at it as like a huge thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm just now telling the world that I do produce. I've been
Yeah.
producing probably, it's at least respectively for 3 years, but adamantly for a year. So you got to go back to like My Head Gets Loud. I produced the whole project, but
Right.
nobody knows. The RIAA plaques show it, but nobody else knows. So it's just pretty cool doing ghost production, but then also doing production for other people. So shout out to Twitch, because that's really how that connection
That's
got
dope,
made for me.
man. Because think about it, like, yeah, maybe it's not the end game, you know what I'm saying? But it's the first step, and it's that step right in the front door, like you said. Once that door is open, it's
Yeah.
not going to close again.
Nah,
You're not that
100%.
type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long have I known you? I've known you probably about what 2 years now, close to 2 years. So
Yeah, pretty close.
um, I don't see this going anywhere as far as uh, keeping in touch with each other, making sure everybody's okay, type shit. That's how you work in a
Yeah.
business. You work almost on a personal level, on a business level. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm always moving. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just to think schematically. Like for all the artists that are in here who don't know or have never dabbled in other things, the of course the end goal is to live off music. So this will be going on my sixth year, being solely living off music. However, when the pandemic hit, and then no touring, no nothing. When I put out my biggest project, got my first few plaques in different continents, was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, damn, this sucks, because this was my greatest project to date. The least amount of money spent, the least amount of time spent. You got to think I made it less than 72 hours all by myself.
That's fire.
And it was my most successful project. And for me to not be able to tour really, like, at that time, of course, nobody knew it, but it stressed me the fuck out, because 65% of my overhead is touring. Like, even if your number, no matter where your numbers are, whether they're high, whether they're low. Yeah, my guy, my guy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that, I appreciate that.
Look at that.
Like, no matter
Look at that.
what
That's
your numbers
love,
are,
man.
you've got to have, yeah, that's my dude. That's the highlight right there. No, but you got to have other sources of income. And so at the time when I had this touring agent, he and I were working out this entire tour, and where it was almost in completion. The project dropped and it blew up overseas quick. It's crazy, because it's almost been an exact year and it still does numbers. That project will probably pay for itself forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just, not getting into the numbers game, but the royalty checks from that are very healthy. So I'm good. I
Exactly.
realistically don't even need to drop anything. I
But
could
the
just
thing
keep
is,
doing whatever.
you
But
have a drive though. Like everybody else in here, you have a drive that won't quit. And your drive won't let you
oh,
quit.
never.
It won't even let, even if you wanted to tab out,
Nah.
you wouldn't be able to. It's just not who you
Nah,
are.
and you're right. Nah, you're right, but I will say this, which is something new that I've learned in 2021, transitioning to more production and Twitch streaming and doing other things like that. So I got to a point, and this is probably something people may have noticed but didn't know, is I sold the rights to my podcast. So I got rid of
Oh,
my podcast actually last year.
okay.
So I sold
The
it
one that
to
I
I
was that
sold it
you
to
invited me
somebody
on.
else. Yeah. So the
Oh, okay.
Hustlers Journal podcast, I sold it. So I sold the podcast. I sold the entity itself. Because it was just something that I did it and it was cool. I had it for 3 years. I did it and it was cool, but it was getting to the point where it was taking too much time and it wasn't really I had to basically cut off some fat. So I did away with it, worked out a deal. So there's another gentleman who runs, literally it's the same name, the Hustlers Journal podcast. Sold it to him, sold him the rights. The cool thing about it though is I still monetize off the podcast. So I worked it out in the contract that I own certain rights to the podcast because I created it. So I don't have to touch it and I still get paid. So it's a good thing. It was a good business venture and something that I was kind of done with, you know what I
Well,
mean, as far as podcasting is concerned.
I'm glad you got your money out of it. You know, it was a successful
Oh yeah.
business venture, and that's always a plus. Sad to see it go, nonetheless. You had some very, very interesting people on there and very interesting topics. I would listen to it at work, so I appreciate your time on that effort, and hopefully we got something like that to come in the future. Who knows?
Oh, there is.
Mm.
There's something coming. It's bigger than that.
Let
Let's just
let
say that it's
let
bigger than that.
you
Way
telling the
bigger.
SDR crew right here there's gonna be something bigger than that? Okay, we like to hear that. We
Yeah,
like to hear
there'll,
that.
there'll be something bigger. There'll be something bigger. We're just negotiating some things, and then of course, like I kind of told on myself earlier, but we're renovating this a portion of my studio, and yeah, that's where that's gonna go down. So now I have a producing suite basically, which is, well, you can't see because I have my stuff on, but which is kind of like this pile of mess over here. And I got bad echo because I took all the diffusers and the panels off. But so I have a room that's for producing, mixing, mastering kind of thing. Then I have the vocal booths. And then now I have a Twitch streaming entire section for Twitch streaming. So
Oh,
I have a separate
nice.
thing for that now. And now I'm just working on this other thing that I was telling you about that's going to replace the Hustlers Journal podcast. It's basically like it'll be all that, but on steroids. It's just much bigger than that. I needed to take
It'll
it
be
to the next
video too.
level. Um,
Are you gonna do video as well with it, or are you
there
gonna
should
just leave it?
there should be the only reason there wouldn't be is for copyright reasons. Because I'm merging with another entity and a company. And so between visuals, unless we split it 50-50, right? Because
Oh,
like Creative Commons, like, okay, if I'm doing this, if I'm the host, which they want me to be, and they're gonna put the platform on their YouTube or however we split that up, we gotta work that out before we get to the video part to
okay.
see, how we're gonna monetize it
Yeah.
in a sense. It's more or less it's been done since December, but just waiting on paperwork and stuff like that. So yeah.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up, dude. That is what's up. Sari, good to see you, my dude. Glad you come through.
Yo, Sari Savvy, what up? But yeah, man. I mean, I've just been kind of just doing a bunch of different stuff. Like it's pretty cool. Like, I spend half of my week on Twitch, so Thursday through Sunday I'm on Twitch.
I think I caught
As
one
a
of
matter
your
of fact, normally I
schedules.
would be
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, and no, you're good. Normally I would be on streaming right now, but I was like, nah, I gotta get on Stack Show. I could stream later tonight.
I'm sorry to cut
I
into
gotta
your
do
time,
this.
my dude. I apologize for that.
No, 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 no. Don't be sorry, man. We're here for a reason. I'm here to rock with you, man.
Hey, that's all love,
Fuck
man.
all that. The
Devil's
stream,
Pen
the
is in the
stream
house.
can
What's up?
my stream can wait, bro. I could do that shit any day, all day. Don't live.
And I was just mentioning that I did. I think I see one of your schedules for your streaming schedules on Twitch.
Yeah,
Boy, you are a busy man.
yeah,
You.
man. I mean, I,
Hey,
I think
that's
the
cool.
hardest. I appreciate it. It's fun. It's fun. Like realistically, for me to be somewhere else outside of music for just a little bit is fun to me because that's what I do when I'm off camera. Like if I get extra time, I'm playing video games. I'm a huge nerd in one aspect, but at the same time, like I just love games. Like I love video games. I love retro stuff. I like crate digging for games. So I'll go to like Goodwill. I'll go to pawn shops. I'll go all the games that I collected up until these last like 40 titles have all been games from other states that I toured. So every state, my thing used to be every state and city I went to, I'd find a comic book shop or old record shop, and I would get one of two things or both. I would get a video game from one of my consoles or a vinyl or both. If I could find a record store and they had some games. So that way, like each of my cartridges have some kind of history and have some memory attached to it. It's not just me
That's hella cool.
buying, all the games from store. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can just hop online and buy games.
I built it.
No problem.
Yeah, no, I won't, man.
Yeah.
I won't, and one of the main reasons I won't is like the bootleg community is huge. You'd be surprised at how many of these carts that you see online are bootleg.
Yeah,
they're not real. And I'm a real chooser when it comes to that. I have these tools, so when I buy games, I take them apart and I look at the actual cartridge to make sure that it's an official, and I dot the T's and cross the I's. Like I'm not gonna buy no bullshit. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's good though, because you know what to look for. That's just like a collector of anything, if you're going to be, real about your shit. Because let's be honest, some of these games are very expensive. Like,
they are.
I work for Goodwill. I work for the online shit, and we had motherfuckers. You want to hear some crazy shit? Okay, we had
tell me
Nintendo
something.
64, one console, 2 controllers, 1 memory card, the power cords, the AV cord, and about
Rumble packs.
No Rumble pack. No, maybe one. Yeah, there was one.
Oh, okay.
There was one. And
okay,
then
gotta have the Rumble pack.
There was like 8 or 10 games that had their boxes. Some of them had the original manuals still with it. Shit went for over $1,300.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah,
$1,300. I was
100%.
like, holy shit.
Bro, I came up on this collection probably like a month ago. Do you remember the Power Pad? Like the Nintendo Power Pad that used to play track and field?
Yes.
Okay, I got that. The original manual in the original box with the split game. It used to come with of course, track and field is like one of the most profound NES carts that's like unavailable. It's like $6-7 grand. But I got the dual cart where it has Duck Hunt and Mario on it, all in the pack still. Now I got it, and now I feel kind of bad. I'm gonna keep it real. I somewhat felt a little bit bad because I do have a heart. It was an older lady, and I found this at a rummage sale, quote yard sale. I saw it online. I was like, I want this. I have cash in hand. What do you want for it? And so she told me, she was like, oh, $10. And I just kind of, being the honest guy I am, I told her, I was like, this is worth a lot more than that. You name your price, I got you for the cash, like whatever you want. And so the lady needed a lawn chair. She was like, well, I just need enough money to buy a lawn chair. And I'm like, a lawn chair? Like, what kind of lawn chair?
I'll get you too.
And she's like, why don't? Yeah. And so she was like, it looks like this. It's at Walmart. They're like $20. So what I did is I had my guy, called him on the phone, my driver, and I was like, do me a favor, go to Walmart, pick these up. I'm going to order them online. I'm still going to pay her what she asked, and I bought her 2 new chairs. Nice. So my partner pulls up, like 25 minutes, 25-minute drive, gives her the new chairs. Bro, this lady, like, it was like a weird kind of like situation because she got all emotional, and I'm just like,
well, because that's important to her. And that's important to you. You guys were able to, you were being an honest man, first off, like you always are. And I can't see you doing anything other than what you just did. There's a certain level of respect you have for everything. So I could see you doing 110% for this lady. That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah, it was cool because, it was like I was excited that, you know what I mean? Like, I got the Power Pad and all that. It was one of my kid things that I wanted to get from my collection. And then she didn't care about it. She was just like,
Right.
"Oh, it's my son's. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't want this stuff. I was gonna throw it away." And I'm like, "Thank God you didn't."
Right.
And then she got 2 new chairs, and she still got the money she wanted for it. So I mean, it's a win-win.
Absolutely, man. Everybody's happy, and that's a good successful business transaction. I see Sir Legend Lord Jedi Wizard Master Nico is in the motherfucking house. What's up, dude? I hope you're having a great week, my dude. Hope to see you tonight on the live stream. In case anybody doesn't know, this right
Yeah,
here is Fresh C, man. He's freaking awesome. All his
What's up,
details
y'all?
are in the description below. You can get to his Instagram, you can get to his YouTube channel. He's got big things coming real soon, so keep checking in.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. So let me ask you this: how was it being away from everything for 8 months? I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second, just flip the script.
You
because I
always
feel
like to do this, don't you?
Do you feel? I do, because I try. I don't always like all the attention on
I
me.
think
despite when-
you're at heart also a great interviewer, though. You know what I'm saying? You've
appreciate
interviewed
it.
me, and it was a fantastic time. And I've heard other interviews you've had, John Connor and such. You're really good at what you do, man.
Yeah.
Rashonda, welcome.
I
I'm glad to
appreciate it,
have
man.
you.
So how was it for 9 months, right? So you basically carried a no social media baby for 9 months. How was it? How was that 9 month period? Was it cool to clear your head? Was it whack? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you feel re-energized in a sense, you know?
For the first couple months, it was nice to be able to breathe for a minute. But it's always in the back of your mind. You want to go hang out with your fucking fam online. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear the music. I want to fucking talk to my people. You know what I'm saying? But I had to deal with that family shit. Unfortunately, it does happen, from time to time.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be able to talk to everyone and say hello and listen to the new music and joke around and just have fun, man. And I'm glad to have you back on the channel. And we can't wait so long
I appreciate
between the fucking breaks to get you back on.
I know, like, I felt bad because, like, originally I know we planned to be the first one to come on, and then we just, like, because schedules and, you're busy and I've been busy, just it didn't work out the way that we originally planned, but it's all good. I'm here, so we made it.
And that's the most important part. You're here. And you give them some nice little nuggets to the SJR crew about, life and business and fucking what's coming in the future. I mean, these are nuggets that you'd have to go search, high and low for all in one place.
Yeah, you get it right here exclusively with my guy Bud Green.
That's
what's
what's
Juggalo.
up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, AKAs, right?
AKAs. Man, what are you gonna call your diecast models? Like, do you have a name for it?
I was doing some searching on YouTube of names, and I think I did come up with a name because it's Hot Wheels shit. We're using exclusively Hot Wheels stuff, so maybe they'll sponsor a few videos. I don't know. But, here's the fingers being crossed because them motherfuckers write checks too. I think it's going to be called Red Hot Garage.
Bro, that's fire.
You like that? That sound good?
That's pretty fire, man.
Because it got the Hot Wheels
I
hot.
rock with that.
It's almost like a bar. And then the cool thing about it is I want to incorporate music into it, background music and feature, because we're going to have like a little city sit up where they're racing through the city. There'll be like billboards and shit. So if you got a new album come out, you'd be like, hey, I need that green screen billboard right there, in that second fucking turn to read my new shit. Go check it out. And then we'll put the link in the description and shit like that.
It would be cool too for your channel if you did, like, how Hot Wheels, the old commercial, right? Whenever the commercial would come on, you'd see the logo, and then all of a sudden you see like a diecast car go like that. It would be cool as hell if you did something like that for your channel.
Yeah, we're gonna
Like
have to come up with
animated
some
like that, where you just have a
production, I don't know what type of intro it's going to be, you know, or graphics we're going to use, but it's all coming together. We still need to build the track and the city and the town and all the little elements and shit. And no, I don't make them from scratch. I buy them for $1, and then I take them apart, strip all the paint off of them, repaint them. And this weekend I'm gonna order up a bunch of fucking 1/64 decals so I can decal them out and do all kinds of, you know, cool shit with them. So we get
Just
some
imagine
videos.
if you could buy blanks like that and actually rip them apart. Like how crucial.
I think you
like,
can
that
buy
would be.
blanks. Hot Wheels does have a line where they're just like blanks, but they're all assembled. But they're real easy to take apart. You know, you just drill out the bottom and everything comes out. And yeah, man, that shit's
They
gonna be
have rivets
fun.
on the bottom, don't they?
Yeah, well, they're like the body post. They kind of like put everything in. They smash the ends to like look like a rivet, or it's plastic.
Okay.
You know, one or the other. Because it's either a
Ooh.
plastic
I,
top
that
and a
was
metal
hunting the
bottom.
plastic ones.
Well, the plastic
Because
ones
one
I
of
don't
those
even
break
fuck
if
with
you
it.
took them apart.
No, they're pretty heavy duty plastic.
Oh.
Like if it's a body, most of the bottoms are plastic and the tops are metal. But sometimes you'll get a metal bottom and a plastic top, which is weird. I'm gonna need a custom one. You let me know, E. In fact, I just bought some new ones today. Y'all want to see my new Hot Wheels?
Yeah, let's see what you got right now. What you got on
All
deck?
right. I had to go to the weed shop, so I started by Target. And I got a new pipe. But it wasn't at Target. It was at the head shop. So,
I
we
was
got-
gonna say, damn, Target selling pipes now.
right? Oh, that'd be fire.
Come on.
We got the motherfucking Electro Silhouette. See, I got it because it's
Bro, that's
convertible.
tight. Looks like a Batmobile.
Yeah, it's all convertible. So I was like, ooh, nah, that's gonna be dope. Okay, and change the paint
fire.
scheme on that. I got me a little minivan.
Oh, hey, you can't go wrong with the minivan, man.
Right, I'm gonna race that bitch too. And then I got me a tank. Cause
What?
yeah,
New age tank, bro.
yeah, man, that shit fire. We're gonna have like ambiance shit. You know, we're gonna have like a little lake, and we got some Hot Wheels that actually look like boats that we've taken apart. You know, took the top of it off, and then you just set it where the fake water is, and it'll be like there's a boat in there. We got little people to stand around and shit, all that.
That's
I got
cool.
I got a fucking city bus. Look at that shit. We're gonna have people standing at the bus
Bro.
stop waiting for the bus to come.
So somewhere in that bus, I see my past with headphones on. For real.
So that's what I
Riding the
picked up
bus.
today. So
That's fire.
we got a lot of things in the works. It's gonna be busy, so it's not gonna be as much time for this channel until we get the other channel running. But I'm still gonna hit the lives on Fridays. I will do the occasional reaction when I can, and always as many interviews as we possibly can fit into whatever time we have. Because I'm supposed to have another one tomorrow night for the dude from Australia, Greeley, and maybe
Yeah.
one either in the morning tomorrow or sometime Sunday with Jekyll. So we'll see if they hit me back.
Oh yeah.
I haven't scheduled it completely. Zach, you keep saying we,
Yeah, no,
so is you and your neighbor or something? Yes, Heather, absolutely. It's me and my neighbor. He's not really a camera dude. He don't like sometimes he'll be here during the lives. I'll say my neighbor Chris is here. So it's that guy. And he's been rebuilding the Hot Wheels as well. He's got 3 kids too, so he's letting like his kids pick the colors, and he's making some custom cars for them too. So it's real, they're having a lot of fun.
That's dope. Like, and it's crazy when you get people like that that don't really like to be on camera. I have a hard time with that sometimes. Like if I have people around me that don't. There's actually one person that's around me quite often, and he doesn't like to be on camera at all. He just likes to, kind of be a fly on the wall in a sense, which I respect.
Yeah.
It's just different for me because I'm like, yo, let's do this and get it on cam, and then he's like, no, like I don't want to be all.
He's
I don't
like,
wanna
I'll be
all
over
up in the
here on
mix."
this side right here. You'll be able to hear me every once in a while.
Yeah, and I just want to give a big shout out one time to my good friends in B Town. So big shout out to Rashonda Bani. So thank you so much.
Shout
Thank you
out,
so much for coming
absolutely,
through.
absolutely, man. That's huge,
Much
man.
respect, y'all.
Keg's in the house. What's up, my dude, Keg? I hope you've been good, dude. Good to see you, man. I've been peeping some of them reactions you've been putting
Yeah,
out
man.
too. Yo, I appreciate that Devil's Pen. Hell yes, man. We have a lot of fun here, man, and tonight's going to be fun as well. Hopefully, you'll get a few minutes to stop by fresh and say what's up to the peoples. I know you'll probably be streaming, but you
Yeah,
know what
you
I'm
know
saying? I
what?
won't hold you to nothing.
No, you know what I did last time when King Dow was on? I actually just I just lurked. I was there for the whole interview. I was just had one on my screen and just listen. You know, because sometimes I think it's cool to just I watch a lot of people's stuff like vicariously, and I don't even let them know that I'm there.
I do the
You know what
same
I mean?
thing, man.
Because sometimes, sometimes for me, well, for me specifically, like, and I feel bad at times, and this isn't to anybody. It's just this is just in general because I've been told this many times. It's like there's certain things that like if I come into a room and let's say, you know, there's somebody else that I work with, like for instance, this just happened with the producer, right? So I go to the studio with this producer and it's not my session. I'm just, hey, I'm there to work in, you know, Studio B and I just came to say what's up because I know everybody.
Yeah.
And then it kind of ended up being about me and I felt really bad. And it's like, yo, I'm not trying to make it about me. This is about, you know, this is about Ray's session. It's not about me. And so I find that out a lot when I come into other people's stuff. It's like even though I never made it that way, and I don't look at it that way. Other people look at it. It's like when I come into the room, I always end up being the elephant in the room, and like I always end up drawing all this attention to me, and I don't want to take it away from whatever somebody else is doing. You know what I mean? So I'd rather play the background, you know, and just watch and show support from the sideline in a sense without saying much because it's just I just feel like it's a respect thing because I've gotten to a certain level where when I come into the room, you're big somebody's big homie might end up being the little homie and they feel some kind of way about that. And
Well,
instead of
that's the
you
good
know,
thing
even though
about this side, you
that's
know.
not my
Yeah,
yeah
no, that's the good thing about the SGR crew. Like I was saying earlier, you know, the dude with 10,000 views is just as equal as the dude with 100 views. You know what I'm saying, or chick or whoever. You know what I'm saying. So,
yeah
and that's the beautiful thing about it because it's all about furthering each other in this thing we call life, man. There's no reason to hold anyone
yeah no
back.
100%.
Like there a lot of people is talking about don't eat off my plate. You know, well, there's plenty of food, man. Come get some. There's plenty of food.
Yeah, for sure. You know who I had a great conversation about this exact same thing. More often than not, is my guy John Connor. Like, it's crazy to believe, right? So like when we've had different conversations, like he puts that out there, like you know, in his own really cool way, like in his own legendary way, to be like, yo, like everybody can eat, and I feel like that, but I can't control how other people feel. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's the unfortunate part. And like it sucks for me, is because I just genuinely want to support. I don't
But
want
you put
anything.
that
I'm
vibe
just
out in
like
the
I don't
world.
care if
You know, you don't even
you know.
realize it, but you put that vibe out in the world. You might not even consciously realize that what you're doing is a great thing, but good things breed good things. You know what I'm saying? Like shit
Oh yeah,
breeds
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
but you don't even realize you're
yeah.
doing
Yeah,
great
no, I
things,
got you.
man. You know?
Yeah, I just always want to. I just you know my biggest thing right now for me is 100% staying away from shit that doesn't matter. So for instance, you know I don't need to give my opinion on something if I'm not asked. You know what I'm saying? Number one, number two. If it's not my place, it's not my place. You know, and I'm always wiping my feet off on the rug before I come through. So it's not like I'm just coming in here and you know what I mean, like snatching
Fuck
up
your
people's fans or
couch.
doing things like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's not my style. I just genuinely want to show love to whoever or whatever is going on just because I genuinely want to support. But unfortunately, for me as of the latter part, at least the last 7 8 months for sure, it causes more problems than it really does good. And I know this community is different. I'm not talking about this
No,
community
no, I
whatsoever,
got you.
but
No.
there's been plenty of there's been plenty of other communities or other places I've been, and it really upsets people when people get upset. They're like, "Yo, why you gotta, whatever?" I'm like, "Yo, I'm just here to say what's up because I know everybody. It's not anything towards you. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've ran into situations where I have to get loud and let people know their place because it's not like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
there
don't deal
are.
with disrespect. I'm the coolest person.
Yeah, there are
You know.
toxic communities out there, and there's nothing that you or I or anyone else could do about it. So, I mean, the best
Mhm.
thing is just fucking don't go into that world, man. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's all I do. If I don't want to be somewhere, I'm not gonna go there. And if I'm not wanted there,
Facts.
it definitely ain't showing up. So, yeah,
Yeah. With me, it's
exactly, dude.
always love.
Yeah, it's
It's
always
always
love,
love.
man. It's always love, dude. If you
Even
if you
even
bring
if
in
I don't
something
like the
other than
person,
that, well, I mean,
even if I don't like the person.
life's too short to be mad, man. Life's way too short to be mad
Oh
all the
yeah.
time, and I'm at 45 years old. I got my pedal to the metal, heading towards extinction, and it's only I ain't gonna be mad. I'm gonna smoke some weed, laugh, and be happy.
Yeah. And I'll say, man. I mean, at the end of the day, the way I look at it is I try to always keep positive energy around me. I don't have time or energy to waste on dumb shit, and I won't. So it's like there's certain things that I don't even entertain anymore. Or certain situations where normally, it would be like that. Call fresh, ask fresh this, get fresh to do this, get fresh to do that, and a lot of those calls right now just go unanswered or I wait because you know what I mean? There's just certain stuff that really isn't on my radar anymore that I don't pay any attention to, and I'm so focused on. I got production now, I got the Twitch
Well, I
streaming
was
now,
just getting
I got
ready to
these
say that
partnerships and
you
stuff.
have some other priorities
Yeah,
now, and unfortunately,
yeah,
some of
different
those
ones.
priorities are more important than the previous ones. So it's understandable, you
Yeah, hundred
know.
percent.
And I'm kind of doing the same thing with my, trying to get the second channel going. That I'm kind of slacking on my, day-to-day reactions, so I can get this other shit
Yeah,
up and running. You know.
but we got to do what we got to do, and at the same time, like I'm a full time dad now. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I see
last year
them.
when we were
Hey, shout
talking,
out
I,
to
I
shout out to your son, by the way. I
you
see
know,
the pictures.
thanks, man.
Champion,
Yeah,
motherfucking
thank you.
king
Yeah,
and shit. That's what's up.
yeah,
Shout out to your son.
yeah, they killed. Thank you, man. Yeah, so it's just a lot different. I spend a lot more time with my son, and we actually do a lot of things in the studio together, which is like the coolest thing ever. Like,
That's dope.
fuck having rappers around me and shit like that. I'd rather have my son. Like my son makes beats. You know what I mean?
That's
He's
dope.
getting into picture taking, for photography and video. So like I'm teaching him all these things. Instead of investing in all these other random fucking people, I'm investing in my son. You know what I
And that's
mean? So
top priority
he could be
anyway.
better than what I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
facts.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Facts. I mean, if there's any one
yeah,
person
for
that
sure.
you would choose to teach to do something, it would be your offspring. That's facts.
Yeah,
Facts, Craig.
no.
Facts.
I keep forgetting the chat up above. My fault. But yeah, no, like the thing about it is I keep a really small circle, just like you do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Some of the people I rock with are in this chat. Some of these people aren't, but I keep my circle super, super, super tight. And even the people, and this is one thing, like I'm not gonna apologize for it because I got shit going on. But even the people that are super tight in my circle, unfortunately, I can't give all that time to like I used to, just because I've got a lot of stuff going on that just I haven't even opened and unveiled to the world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I'm just sticking to the script. Like the people that I have around me, everything's good. The people, I did cut off a lot of people within the last 8, 9 months too, and I just feel good. I just sticking to the gym, sticking to the script, sticking to taking care of my family, and
Yeah.
then music production, streaming, and all the other shit.
Well, I mean, why else do what you're doing other than the love of it and also your family? You know what I'm saying? I think that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
majority reason for a lot of people doing, what they're doing is so not only you can have a better life, but you can give your son a better life, your moms, your sisters, your cousins, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to help their family. So, I mean, that's commendable. It's real. It's
yeah,
fucking, it's not that shit you hear on the radio.
yeah. And I'm no, No, for sure. And like the thing that's been really weird, or at least the toughest thing for me this whole year, right? So let's just say year, a year from today. Um, or maybe even further, like a year and a few months. Like, it sucks. I lost my best friend while in this, and I'm gonna tell this story just because, like, E's here, King's here. Well, the last time I went to Seattle, I was rocking with E. We were working on some stuff, and unfortunately, while we were in the session, this was on my birthday. While we were in the session, my best friend passed away from a car accident, and I'll never forget that session. And it's still really like, it's not necessarily foggy anymore, but it took me a long time to like get past it because I mourn a little bit differently. Like I cried in the studio. I cried with, I knew E in the studio, but everybody else was strangers. So for me, I was in this really, really, really weird ass space for that time. Like the whole trip, I know I told E 100 times, but I apologize because I wasn't mentally, physically there, but somehow we got all these tracks done. I went, did my job, did what I had to do. But then when I came home, like I had a really difficult time for the latter part of about 7 months to really just like figure some shit out personally. And then I made one of the best projects that I dedicated to him, which was My Head Gets Loud, you know, to my guy Herx. And it was just really tough. You know what I mean? I had to kind of like find myself. And so in the midst of being mentally kind of somewhere else, I wrote about it. And the craziest thing about it is I let all the poison out through the pen, right? So I let all the poison out through the music like therapy. And it's crazy because a lot of people still don't even understand how deep that record is. Some people think it's just lo-fi and rap. That's not what it is. Some people it's this, or some people it's that. But the music in that project is so universal because I felt like when I created that, I felt like Herx was with me the whole time in the studio. So from the skits to me finishing the script, because I had the script for a year and a half, because all my other producers and people laughed at me for the idea. The idea of My Head Gets Loud was years before,
That's
but all the producers and engineers I worked with,
Give me 1 second.
they
I
were
got
like,
somebody
"This
at
is
my
dumb."
door. Hold that thought for a second.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
at the
No
door. Hold
problem.
on.
No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. So shout out to everybody in the chat while Sack Juggalos dipping off. So big shout out to King Dow, big shout out to Rashonda. Yeah, RIP Herx one time. RIP Herx one time. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to E. But yeah, I hope the whole SGR crew, I hope you guys are doing well. You're staying safe out there wherever you guys are at. Shout out to NP. Shout out to Navajo Point. Shout out to all my peeps in Apache land one time. Shout out to all my natives. Thank you so much. Much respect to the Bonnie family. Shout out to the E and Dow in Seattle. Heather, I don't know where you're from exactly, so I feel bad, but shout out to you. Watch, Sack Juggalo is gonna come back with some new diecast cars. Watch, let's see. Let's all guess what he calls. Is it UPS or FedEx? Some paint. You know what I mean? Who knows? I'm watching the chat. Oh, in Alabama. I bet it's hot as hell there right now, yeah? Or dry heat?
Bammer.
Maybe? A soda.
Bama girl.
Oh, man.
A soda. I love a soda.
What? No, but like what I was saying is like, it just took me a long time to get out of that space. And to be quite honest, I got a lot of records that I have that aren't good records that came from that time period, like very negative records.
But see, that's that was that release, man.
Oh yeah.
It's a very important. Even if you never release that stuff, it was important for you to get that shit off your chest.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But none of that stuff will come out because that's just not what I'm about. You know what I mean? Like it was just one of those times where I was making records like I do now, but I wasn't making them with the purpose. I was making them because I was angry, and I was making them because I was emotionally in a weird space. So all those records, there's even a full I made a mixtape it was a SoundCloud mixtape. I was gonna give it to everybody for free, and then just a slew of loosies, basically, just like loose records. And I'm like, no, none of this shit's ever gonna see the light of day. Never.
Well,
It's bad.
first
It's
off,
not bad as far as rapping, but
first off, R.I.P.
yeah,
Herx. Just like everybody was commenting, um, I am glad that you were able to find a way out of the shit that you were going through, a positive outlet. You know, even though there was some negativity in there that you won't let, and you shouldn't let go of it.
yeah,
But you got to get it off your chest. That's super important. And you're with us here today in a fucking positive light, doing your thing, man. It couldn't be more
hell yeah,
encouraging. Seriously.
yeah. No, just that's just like one of the things that I would like to tell artists. Like with me, I'm not the emotional kind of guy. Like it was hard for me to cry in front of everybody. Like I could count on my hands how many times I've cried, and that was a tough one. I couldn't even fake hold myself up. I was a fucking wreck, bro.
Yeah.
A wreck.
And
Like
it's uncontrollable. That's the
I
thing.
was yeah, and so after that, you know what I mean? Like as soon as I got home, I was just doing music, 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 music. And then I stumbled upon looking through my stuff and I was like, yo, I want to do this My Head Gets Up project. Like, even if everybody hates it, I don't care. I felt like propelled to do it. And
Yeah.
I give that to my guy Herx because something was just in the back of my head like, you should do this. You should do this. Just do it. It's different. People will like it, and you can get it out in a creative, positive way. And it worked.
And a
You know what
lot
I
of
mean? I
people
did.
did
I got
show
all
up
that stuff out in a
for that
positive way.
release. A lot of people showed out for that release. So it just gives you positive
Yeah.
feedback that you went in the right direction.
Yeah,
Because I got the
definitely.
T-shirt
And
too.
for me,
Although I'm too fat for it now, I can't ever
yeah,
wear
you're
it.
my dude, man.
That shit's fire. I can't even wear it.
I appreciate it. I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful. But yeah, I mean, it took me a little while to get out of that zone, and but I had to handle it on my own. Like nobody knew it. I kept it cool. Facebook, Instagram, nobody knew anything. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like I kept all that to myself. My
yeah.
family didn't really know. It was just like, where's Fresh? Where's Cody? Oh, he's in the studio. He's been in there for like 3 days, or he's been in there for like 4 days, and he hasn't really came out. Like it was unhealthy, but we got past it.
Right,
We're here
and
now.
sometimes you need to go through some unhealthy shit to get to get the impurities out. You know,
Oh yeah, dude,
you got to clean out your
for
closet, so to
sure.
speak. Your fucking mental cobwebs and shit need to go.
Yeah, man. Had to fucking have full blown construction in that motherfucker because there was shit everywhere, bro. I had a clean house.
For real.
No lie.
Facts, right?
No lie. It's like
Well,
you go to a street you've always been on and there's this huge ass like fucking hole with like nothing but big equipment all around and it says with like a gate or some shit. No trespassing. That was pretty much my life for like at least 9 months. For sure. For sure, for sure.
well, I'm glad I took my break when you did yours. You know,
Yeah.
because I mean,
Yeah.
there was like Layman's taking a break. Um, a couple other people, took some time off right when I took off too. So it's good to see those who did take that time off start to come back and produce, music and or any type of content really. It's good. It's
Yeah.
encouraging.
Yeah, no, definitely is because I mean, you can make it through anything with the sure willpower from your heart, you know what I mean, your heart and soul, but your mindset. And that was something that I can honestly say that I learned a gem is being a lot more spiritual and being a lot more like intact with the universe. And what I mean spiritual, like, yeah, I do believe in God. I have my own relationship with God, but at the same time, being spiritual, what I mean is like being one with the universe and like having positive affirmations. Like I got back to that, meditating,
Yeah.
doing stuff like that, and it really positively affected everything
I
because
was
there's
telling
old tendency. I had bad tendencies.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Well, we can all fall into some
and it
bad
helped
shit.
like correct those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I mean, my tendency is anger. So like, I don't really, I meet conflict face first. Like, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a rap record. Like, I don't care if it's whatever. Like, I'm very competitive, but at the same time, it could get really ugly. Like, I don't put up with people's stuff. Like, I really don't. And it got to the
Yeah.
point where I was going back to the old me, like early 90s, where I was basically looking for problems. Like, I was looking for shit to pick apart. Let's say they're, for whatever reason, just being negative. And then when I got my mind right and my energy right, I'm like, well, I'm so glad I didn't go and do this, and this, or this, and that. And you know what I mean? Like, once I connected, I was good. I was like, yo, I'm good where I'm at. I don't need to be doing none of that negative shit. And that's when
Yeah.
I just took a huge step back from everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Reassess, reevaluate. Meditation is true medication. I was talking to King about that last time he was on about meditation, and I did it once,
Yeah.
man, and I fucking scared myself. Like it scared me. Like I
What'd you do? Did you go into a deep meditation?
oh dude, I was like outside of my
Or you
body,
smoke?
bro. Like it was fucking freaked me out, bro. Like
Let me say this without saying it. Uh, was it created by yourself or outside self? Let me just say that.
what do you mean? Like it was I stoned?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
Not stoned. Well, I'll just say it like this. So, uh, I'm pretty sure there's at least somebody in here that's done shrooms before. But I've always been told that shrooms are like the next level to connect and basically rewire your mind in a sense. And I've seen it do some work from people. Have I personally tried it? I have not, because they always tell you need to let go of the control, and I can't let go of the control. So I don't want to have a bad
eh,
trip in a
okay.
sense. So
So
I haven't
mushrooms
I haven't
aren't
taken
that
that leap.
bad. Like I've eaten a lot of mushrooms.
Okay.
Even at one time, I ate like fucking like a quarter ounce of mushrooms over a couple hour period.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro, that shit is
Okay.
fun, man. I went surfing on fucking mushrooms. It was intense, man. Let me tell you. Trying
That
to
sounds
stand up
fun,
on a
man.
fucking
But this,
surfboard, I never did it before ever in my life. And my friend's like, "We're gonna go surfing." I'm like, "Okay." Like we just jump on a surfboard, and go, dude. So
yo,
it's
man, like
not
I've
that
had the
bad.
opportunities. Okay, okay. And I mean, I've just always been told, because I control, like I'm a controller basically, and they're like, yo, you got to let go of that for you to get to the other side. Like when you start to trip and you see yourself, or you see these things, you got to be able to let go, and it forces you to confront them. And I'm like, yo, I don't. And then as a disclaimer, I had a good friend of mine, not too long ago. We went on a trip, and everybody was shrooming out but me, and everybody seemed to be having a great time. I mean, I was smoking, but I wasn't doing nothing else. But it seemed like everybody was in their own world positively. You know what I mean?
Dude, that's the thing. Like, if you around people who are shrooming, they make you just laugh and smile. That's all it does. Like, yeah,
That's a
you'll see
fact.
some shit like, all right, you'll see some shit like things will be wavy, you know, shit
Hmm.
she'll start like lifting, you know. Like we were in the woods one time and we had like I don't know, we had like an ounce of mushrooms and we were just eating them, man. And them motherfucking trees, we were like in this clearing and the trees were like bending over our heads. Looked like I thought I was floating once,
Damn.
but I wasn't floating. I was just sitting on an ice chest. I'm like, am I fucking floating? Like, but I never had a bad
No,
trip.
like I
Never
guess
seen
because I've
anybody have a bad trip on mushrooms.
that's a good thing though, because that just I mean, for me, just from what I've heard, that just genuinely means that you're a good person too, because I've also heard, and I don't know how true this is, I'm just saying what I heard, so like hopefully people don't cut me up for that. But um I've heard of people having this crazy trip, right, where like the whole goal is to basically confront all these fears and these other things that you think of yourself. Basically, it's like it kills your ego. And so what they're explaining to me is like, if you're not willing to kill your ego, it's you versus your ego in this world. You can't, like, you can't drink milk to stop it. You can't, like, it clears out of your system when it clears out of your system. And like, imagine that. So that's stuck in my head. I'm like, okay, everybody's got an ego. Let's just keep it real. If me and my ego self or whoever are going back to back, I can almost promise you that neither one of them are gonna back down, and I just don't know what that would be. I don't know what, like, I don't know what the outcome would be of that. If it would just be like, or if it could just work in my favor and I could be tripping.
I've done mushrooms more than a dozen times, and yo, Silk Toast in the house. What's up, my dude? I've never once went in thinking about any type of fear or facing a fear,
Yeah,
or confronting my ego. You know, I mean, we all have a little ego, let's just be honest with it, but we try to keep it as bay as much as
yeah.
possible. Sometimes you just get rubbed the wrong way, you know, but, and you're just having a bad day and you let some shit loose on somebody, but whatever, you know. Uh, uh,
Come back as fucking some like alien self.
right?
I see King's comment.
Oh, uh, yeah, I never went in thinking about any of that stuff, dude. Just the first time I ever did a hallucinogen was LSD, and the girl that I did it with, we were at her cousin's house, and she's like, "I don't want to fucking babysit you all night, motherfucker. So you want to eat this, and whatever happens, just fucking go with it." And I'm like, okay. She's like, "You taking drugs. Whatever happens is supposed to fucking happen. Just remember it's supposed to happen." I'm like, okay, whatever. So I took the shit, and I had a pretty good time on it, man. But there was this, okay, so I was sitting out back at one point of the night, and they had a fucking big sliding glass door in the backyard. And I was sitting on the swing watching everybody through the glass like it was a silent TV show, right? Because that's just weird shit you do when you're on hallucinogens, right? So I cleaned that glass hella clean, right? And I was watching them laughing and making up storylines and shit. And then that time had passed. And then the girl I came with and her cousin were in the backyard in like this wading pool, like the little kids' pools, you know, the little plastic ones.
Yeah.
With a strobe light facing straight up, throwing a ball back and forth at each other at like 3 a.m. in the backyard. I'm like, I popped out the window. I was like, "Hey, it's like 3 a.m., man. Y'all need to shut the fuck up," you know? So I closed the door and I walked back in. They started running. They had their dog. It was like this big-ass husky. And dog's running full bore. Boom! Hits the glass. Sticks his head through the glass. And looks around. I'm sitting like parallel to the dog, right? And I just see this dog's head pop through the glass, look around, and he pulled his head back out. And I was like, did that shit just happen? Like, I'm on acid. Like, did that really just happen? Did the dog just stick his head through the fucking glass? It did happen. The dog didn't even didn't even make a yelp, didn't even say a word. Dog was just like, pulled his shit back out.
Bro, that's such a trip. Like, I honestly think though, as long as my mood was good before going into that, I think I would probably have a good time. Honestly, not acid though. I would not. I've seen some people do some strange shit on that.
That's
but
different.
Shrooms, maybe.
That's different. I've seen people have bad acid trips. Me personally, I never had one because the first time I went in, that girl said, "Just fucking go with it. Even if you don't like it, just go with it." So I've seen some crazy shit, and I'm just like, boy, that's some crazy shit, you know? But I don't freak out, you know? I don't go run down the street booty ass naked because I'm on drugs. I took a drug. It's supposed to do this, you know?
Yeah, no, like I've seen some crazy things growing up, and like, honestly, it was in my house. Like, you know, my mom back in those days in the 90s, she was wild and she had wild friends, and my house was the party house / trap house. So I saw all that shit as a kid. I saw people looking through our fucking air vents, looking for elves on acid, like shrooms, you know what I mean? Like tabs laying around my house and shit. It was wild. I see some shit.
No, I've never done any pills like ecstasy or whatever that stuff is. I've never done any of that. I've done acid, mushrooms, cocaine, crank, methamphetamine. That's about it. Weed. Weed's always been my mainstay.
Yeah.
I don't do anything but weed now. Like, I would probably still eat mushrooms, but I'm getting older, so I'm never going to take any acid or cocaine anymore. Fuck that. I don't want my heart to fucking explode. What's crank? Damn, it's just methamphetamine. That's what we used to call it back down here in Sacramento, crank, because it crank you up.
Yeah, man, I've seen some shit. Like, as a kid, I probably tried just about everything under the sun. Only for, not because I necessarily wanted to try it, but just because I was curious and it was in my house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, weed.
You're like, what's that?
In my house. I never took any shrooms or like stuff like that. But I mean, I stole coke bags. You know what I mean? I tried crank like one time. Definitely didn't like it. I was like 12, 13, I think, and went and boosted a bunch of car stereos that night.
Yeah, you did.
For like 3 days.
I don't know what it's like
mean,
directly tied to your thief bone, dude. It sucks, dude.
Bro, I just remember trying to fall asleep. You got to think, I was 13 years old. We're not carjacking, but stealing cassette tape decks to make money and flip them on the streets. And like, I was high as hell. And yeah, that experience I'll never forget, because I remember closing my eyes and trying to go to sleep, and I could never go to sleep. And I'm like, I'm never doing this again, ever. And so never fucked with that. Flirted with coke because I sold it as a kid, you know what I mean, like those kinds of things.
Yeah,
just to test if it was real. To be honest, it wasn't because I wanted to do it. It was like, I wanted to make sure that I was getting legit stuff. And so, my teenage years were buck wild, man. I was smoking weed, selling coke, gang banging, like running the streets, robbing people. Like, I was a totally different person that nobody would ever expect. So when I mean going back to the old me referencing earlier, that's a whole different monster, man, because the difference from Fressy, Cody, and my old alias, which was Miklo back in the day, are three separate people. And when Miklo comes out to play, it's bad for everybody.
Everybody should just walk backwards.
It's all bad. You think about it like this. Think about it like, you could use like a good one would be like Joyner Lucas, right? Like Joyner Lucas has got those tracks that are gut-wrenching and tells you stories and pulls you into it. And then he's got tracks like diss tracks that go on for days and days. And like the diss track Joyner is definitely who Miklo is when he comes out to play. And that's somebody that I don't want to ever introduce the world to that.
Yeah, no, I got you. But because I got the live tonight at 5, so we're gonna have to probably step it up a bit.
Sure,
probably,
man.
I'd say we probably cut it off by 4, so we got about 20 minutes left.
That's fine with me.
I'm going to try and tiptoe around this as much as I can. Did you want to bring up anything about this alias? This new persona?
Yeah. So we can talk about that.
Okay.
We can talk about that.
Okay.
So
I'm kind of excited to get into this too.
Yeah, this is funny because some shit's gonna happen really soon, and nobody's gonna know how to take it. So I'll say this: so I'm working with this really dope ass producer that goes by the name of Quixotic. He's fucking phenomenal producer. Dude does some crazy stuff. And he and I came together, and we have a couple of joint projects. One of them will come out this year. Don't know which one, but one of them will come out this year, and it is crazy. There's some crazy features on here that are wild. There's some really dope production. It's fun. It's more fun, but it's a much different path than what Fressy would normally go to. I will definitely say that. So Quixotic is just this crazy dude. This crazy dude who he's like a descent of MF Doom. He's a descent of like Doc D or Tribe Called Quest. Loves fucking Rubik's Cubes. Dude's a super nerd, hangs out in his house all day, makes fucking music, and we just happen to brush shoulders, and the rest is history. So when this guy decides to give us the date, then we'll have a Quixotic project that's going to be very entertaining and eyebrow raising.
I want to raise my eyebrows right now. I want to go like this. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah, no, It's different, but it's very interesting. It's something that I don't think anybody's ever done before. So I'll
Kev's
just leave it
looking
at that.
for a
And it's
YouTube channel for Quixotic. Can you spell it in the chat?
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can, I think. Let me open up another tab really quick.
Or
Yeah,
you,
he's got music on Spotify. He's got music on, or beats. I should say beats. I don't want to say music and mess it all up. But yeah, he's got a lot of beats up. Yeah, BeatStars, all that good stuff.
King knows.
I'll plug it in the chat just a second.
Damn, son.
Yeah,
Where'd you
but here's the
find
thing
this?
though. Here's the cool thing though. Here's the plot. Here's one of the plot twists.
Give it to me.
Is
Give it to
people
me.
think. Here's the thing is like, people. Actually, I should put this in here. Hold on. Scratch that link. I got a better one.
Link scratched.
But this is
It
what I
never
want to
showed
say
up.
though.
Did I not? Did I not give you permissions?
Oh, unless
I
don't think.
Hold on.
I don't think you did.
Let me give you permissions. There you go. Now you should be able to.
All
do it.
good. Let me click this really quick. All right, now we should be good.
The retro saying yes.
Yeah, there we go. Now it should be on there. That has the link to everything.
Yeah, Keg.
So,
we
but
need
here's
some
the
more
thing,
music
though.
from you, dude.
Here's the crazy plot twist, and I will put this in there. Everybody does think that they know about Quixotic and who he is, but they really don't.
They don't know.
They really have
I'm
no
telling
clue.
you, they don't know.
I,
I'm telling you, they don't know, and I don't know.
I'll tell you this. It's an illusion. So people think people may think that it's somebody, something, but it's really not that. It's really not that at all.
But
And
it
that's
is
the best
somebody,
part about it.
something.
Is
It's
it is somebody, but it's not who everybody thinks it is.
right. It's an enigma wrapped
will
in
say
a
that.
riddle. That's what it is.
It is, and here's the funny part: is Quixotic's actually been in my stuff for over 2 years. So it's like he's been a character. He's been on skits. He's been in 2 songs. He's been in a secret song. He's produced a bunch of songs. Like, yeah, he's been around for a little while. So if you've ever heard a Fresh Sea song, you've more than likely heard Quixotic's beats, production, and you've probably heard his voice
See,
at least a handful of times.
now you guys know the skinny, but don't let
Oh,
nobody
he said it didn't
else
show
know.
up in the chat.
It didn't show up in the chat. That's weird.
Oh, okay.
Quixotic is a rare Pokemon.
Hey, there's a lot of things that go along with it, but I'm gonna let people follow the breadcrumbs for now, and then there's a big something that's gonna happen, and we'll just see how good people are at figuring out my puzzle pieces that I have
I suck at
together with
puzzles.
this person. No. It's
Like, I
it's
listen
really
to your
not that
entire
hard.
album and you're like,
I promise.
and you're like telling me about it. I'm like, man, I didn't get any of that shit out of it. I suck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No. Here's the beautiful thing about the way that I make music, though. My music isn't surface level stuff. So if you feel something different than what I'm transcribing in the music,
It's supposed
that's
to.
the way it's supposed to be. It's not. Yes, it's not one of those. It's not a puzzle piece. And a good reference, I'll use Logic. It's not a puzzle piece to elude you to Logic, and that's the best way I could put it. And just like MF Doom and Victor Vaughn, Madville, all these aliases MF Doom had, it wasn't ever to elude you to MF Doom. But at the
Right.
same time, Victor Vaughn and all these other aliases that he had, a lot of them people don't know that some of them weren't actually MF Doom. It just made you think it was MF Doom. So it's like, it's fucking crazy. I promise nobody's done it before. And just like always, one of my things, and I don't mind saying it, is I love to put things out there that people won't catch till later. So like, for instance, when Quixotic does come alive and he decides to fucking sign this piece of paper I have over here and make it a go, then I think everybody will start to catch puzzle pieces and things he was a part of, because he's actually produced for bigger artists than me, 10 times bigger artists than me, and done bigger things than I have.
Well, he's
in
well
certain
he's well
aspects, and then vice
established.
versa.
Yeah. He's well established in what he
Yeah,
does.
and so it's just gonna be really fun. It's gonna be really fun because I think people are under the impression. I will say this: I think people are under the impression that it's me, and it's not. I can at least tell you that it's not me. So, yeah, kind of going back to earlier when I was saying about my partner that's never on camera. It's a possibility it could be him.
It could be
It's a
him.
possibility it could be one of
It
your
could
favorite
be
rappers.
it could be your
So,
cousin who used your Zoom last.
oh yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know.
It could have been.
I don't
It
know.
could have been, but the fun part is it's all fun. It's all fun, and it's all hip hop. Then there's a lot of experimental stuff, and there's a lot of artists that aren't rappers that are on this or part of it. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun scavenger hunt. Just think of it like Easter all day, every day for a while.
Well, it's a good thing I have a stereo everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I can put a CD in or a USB drive or whatever I may have the something music on, and I'll just have to
Yeah,
put that shit on rotation. You know,
yeah, no.
because I want to have to figure out the puzzle now. Because now it's gonna
The
make
best way I could let me just one last thing. The best way to break it down is number one, it isn't me. So you can rule that out. I'll give everybody that because I've alluded that it was me, but it's really not. So I could at least give that part. But I am a big part of it. I am a big part of this whole project and how this is all rolling out um and all that stuff. But it's not me. The
okay.
other part that's really cool about it, the big puzzle piece, is that if you can solve a Rubik's cube, and even if you can't, there's a duality here. If you can solve a Rubik's cube, you'll know exactly what and who Quixotic is. If you haven't ever solved the Rubik's cube, that's okay too. There's a duality. There's a duality with the Rubik's cube. There's a thing. I'm sure if anybody's ever done one or looked into it, there's a lot of knowledge within the Rubik's cube that it's not just a toy. On the reverse side, if you don't understand it, if you understand color schemes, you also get another piece of the puzzle because you have a bunch of different color schemes on a Rubik's cube.
Yeah.
So those are the two gems. Nobody knows that because I've told everybody when everybody thinks they're like, "Oh, it's fresh. Oh, it's fresh." I'm like, "Yeah, it's me. It's me as an alias." And I just play along with it because people, if they want to believe that it's me, they can believe it's me, and I don't have no problem with that. But they're gonna be really pissed off when they find out it's that it's not that. I'm just curious as to see like who they think it really is in the end.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just be honest. I've never solved a Rubik's cube. I'm IQ proficient or lacking IQ, I should say. I'm not proficient in IQ in that department, so I'm not a good puzzle solver. But
All good, bro.
I'll tell you this: every time I touched one, I tried to solve it. It wasn't like I was like, "Oh, I ain't gonna fuck with it no more." You know what I'm saying? So there's something about me that
Yeah,
wants to
no,
solve it, but I can't. I'll get so close.
and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the reason why
It was
we
just
created
hard.
this project the way it is so both people, everybody that views it, sees it, hears it, listens to it, is going to get a completely different perspective, just like a Rubik's cube. Whether you're a color person and you understand the colors, or you understand patterns, or you understand how to solve it, it all ties together. And the funny thing about it is like it's a lot, it's not as deep as people think, and it's been around, it's been in front of them. I've showed it to people. Like I said, this has been years in the making. It's not just like something that we created on a whim. This has been an idea for a long time, and so it's gonna be fun, man. It'll be
Well,
fun, and we'll bring it here, and maybe we'll yeah, we'll give out a prize or something for somebody who figures it out.
there you go. You give them a little autograph, something, something.
Yeah, or money or something that they like, something. There'll be some cool stuff to come around it, but I don't want to
Money's
go too
cool,
deep
but
into it. But
I'd rather
I'll
have
even.
some autograph, like an autograph CD or
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
T-shirt or something, a hat. See, now that's more my pace
yeah.
because money,
Sure.
is cool, whatever. But that has monetary value. Fucking, you know, I'm gonna be able to put it away, you know, and save it. I can't save money. I don't make
No,
enough.
and I get. I will say this: if Quixotic autographed it, they're gonna want Quixotic's autograph when they find out who this person
Well, there it
is.
is,
Like,
right there. Get the
you know
get
what I
that
mean?
autograph
They'll want
Quixotic.
that.
That's that rare
They'll
shit.
they'll want that.
You get that
They'll
rare
want
shit.
that because when they find out who it is, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is that person!" Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, I got his autograph. You know, her autograph or its autograph or the alien's autograph or whatever. You
If
know,
it's an alien,
who knows? It
I'm
could
gonna
be
be
my
super
cat.
surprised. If it's a cat, I've
It,
heard a cat on a
it could be
track
my cat.
before.
It could be my dog.
Let me ask you: has your cat done any previous work?
My cat was actually on My Head Gets Loud for
Oh,
2.5 seconds at the very end
that's dope. Because I was going to
on the
ask
scene
you
on the.
if the
Go ahead.
cat was on a Dre Dog album. Because they had this track on there called
Uh,
Chinese Cat, and it was like some Chinese music, you know, with the guitar and stuff, with a cat fucking meowing over it. It was dope as shit. Yeah, that's all it was. It was meow all over the fucking track, dude. Just this very
No,
calming.
my cat's never done that.
Oh, okay.
No, but here's another puzzle piece to the My Head Gets Loud cover though. There's two elements. There's elements in all my stuff. There's elements on that cover that's gonna tell you what's gonna happen this year and next year. Now, one of them I'll give you is my cat is on the cover. If you look very closely in the back, like the clouds and stuff, there's a silhouette. My dog's in there.
I see
Herx is
your
in
dog
there. All
and
the characters are in.
I see the two dogs. I see you,
Yep.
Hertz. I don't know who the females are.
The 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 cat is in there. So on the very top right corner, that's my cat. On the right hand corner at the very
Oh.
top, that's my cat.
Hold on, let me get the glare out of here. Because the glare be killing it, let me
Yeah,
tell
so
you.
it- yeah, so all my animals are on there. So my
Okay.
dog that passed away, McLovin, Rocky, and Trill, and they're all on it. So I actually got them to actually, like my dog to actually bark and my cat to actually meow. They're actually on the project.
Your cat looks tough as hell now that I can see him without the glare. That's like that Tupac picture
Yeah.
where he was standing side by side with
Yeah.
Dre and shit. Like that cat's thugging.
There's so many gems on that. And then of course on the back, I dedicated it to Herx. You know what I mean? I put all my people on there to me that influenced me to make that project. So
Yeah.
it's a lot deeper than music. You know what I mean? I like to make my art a collage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's top notch work, man. There's nothing that I can
Thank you,
fault
sir.
about it. I thoroughly enjoyed the
I
work,
appreciate it.
enjoyed the project, and I still got the CD here. I got it loaded up actually on my thumb drive, and I can put it in my truck,
Hell yeah.
and then I can take the CD, put
Go
it in
into
my
your
car.
spaceship everywhere.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Because my truck takes memory, the little SD card things, and my
Yeah.
car takes CDs. So I have to split
Here's a,
them up.
here's a fun fact for that. The next time you listen to the CD, whenever you're smoking though, I say smoke it because I feel like if you smoke, you'll hear some shit that you probably didn't hear. If you listen to track 1 up pretty loud, there's 2 hidden messages in that.
Uh-oh.
There's 3 actually, but there's one that's really prominent. But there's 2 hidden messages in the intro, and then it goes on with the skits, and then it comes out at the end. There's a whole thing behind that. And so with those 3 songs going back to It Ain't Easy and
Okay.
going back to If It Were Easy, Everyone Would Do It, they're all connected. Everything is all
I know
connected.
you was
even
telling me
from
that, and I
mixtapes.
haven't listened to the first 2 albums completely through yet. That's
Yeah.
on me though. I need to purchase some bitches.
And the thing is like I've been doing this for I think it's 12 years now. So every project, for the longest time, I would release things in 3s. So mixtapes, EPs, everything's all pieced together. But there's always hidden messages. There's other songs and interludes and skits that if you pay attention to the skit, a lot of times the skit isn't actually about the project.
Yeah.
It's actually a continuation from the project before.
Okay.
And so basically, there's 4 more projects. There's 4 for sure, and then it'll close everything out. So that's when my partner Quixotic will come into play. Some other people will come into play, and some other things will come into play, and that'll basically be the end of this kind of stuff that I've been doing. And then you'll get to hear a lot of very different music after the fact. But I've gotta end it on that note, on all those things first. So everything is always intertwined. And I've never known anybody outside a few artists who have done things like that or are kind of similar, like the Logics or Tribe Called Quest. There's been plenty of albums that have kind of pieced themselves together, but not necessarily where you can go back a decade and play them.
No, not a decade.
Songs side by side and be like,
the person I think that's probably
It's-
done it so far, in my opinion, that I've listened to all the way through is NF. NF is a real great artist, and he carries one album through the other, and it's pretty remarkable.
You know who never gets the credit, and I know you got to run, so it's all good. Who never gets their credit for doing albums like that in the 90s was Esham. Esham did that a lot. He
Esham
actually
was a special dude, man.
made Yes. Esham was definitely one person that I've always enjoyed his music from the 90s, from Booming Words from Hell, when I got the red tape that he made when he was like in his teens.
That's fine. Dude. That's fine.
He did a lot of things. He did a lot of things nobody ever did. So like people give Tupac the credit for the first double album. That's not true. Esham actually had the first double album.
Did he really?
So, yep. He had, look it up. He had as a matter of fact, I could probably just he had the first double album before Tupac did.
That's fire.
Judgment Day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the Judgment Day. And that was released on April 9th, 1992. So that was long before All Eyes on Me.
Okay. Well, hey, before we wrap it up, does anybody got any questions for Fresh? Let them know. Let them know. Let them know that you fucking with them. Let them know that you're going to be supporting his upcoming work. Any of that stuff.
Yo, KEG, if you've never heard of him, he's actually the originator of acid rap, of the wicked shit. So if you fuck with ICP, or if you fuck with Nodis and stuff like that, Esham is the reason why acid rap and wicked shit exists.
Yeah.
He's the originator.
Yeah.
Before, even before ICP was Children of the Corn, Esham was there long before that, from Detroit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, Emmanuel said, what's your favorite project to date? That's kind of hard, but as far as the success goes, as far as commercial success, I would say it ain't easy. As far as success independent and one project that I felt, I honestly felt it was going to fail. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I thought nobody was going to dig it because it was so far left. Was My Head Gets Loud, for sure. But at the same time, I got all these other projects that blow these out of the water. So it's kind of like, I would have to say some of these new projects are my favorite.
Yeah, the question was to date, so I imagine released projects, not ones that you're on right now.
Yeah.
That haven't been released. But
I'd say My Head Gets Loud.
I like your work just because the fact that you don't get into fantasy type shit, like unrealistic type shit. You stay very planted to the ground. You speak about your life. You speak about your struggles. You speak about what you've been through as far as an artist. So respect to you on that. Absolutely.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate anybody that listens, even if they don't like it. That's cool too, because you still gave me your undivided attention for a minute to not like it. So
yeah, that's all you can ask for, though, right?
You know what I mean?
Favorite artwork.
And then E said, favorite artwork is definitely My Head Gets Loud, because I've done all my artwork pretty much, I'd say 90%. Everything in the last 5 years or 4 years, I've done all on my own. So any piece of artwork that you see is all done by me. That's my favorite. And you know what's crazy is the artwork for that project took longer than the project. It took me longer to make the artwork than it did to make the music, because I was just so meticulous. There's like, damn, there's so many different versions of the original artwork, and that was the one that I chose. So yeah, those are good questions. E, thank you for asking that.
Absolutely. Anybody else got a question?
Yeah.
They want to know about the boy Fresh and his brilliant mind? Keg said, that's awesome.
I just want to shout out to your whole team, man. Shout out to the SGR crew. Shout out to KG. I hope I'm saying that right. Or is it Keg? I like Keg.
Yeah, we call him Keg. He doesn't seem to mind. I think they actually introduced themselves hacking Keg, so yeah, it's Keg.
I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see, favorite feature you've received? It would have to be, well, there's two, but
Keg do reactions too, by the way. Just give you a heads up.
Let me choose my words wisely. I'll say the Logic feature, the first Logic feature, the one that's on the bonus track on It Ain't Easy. I would have to say Logic's features are my favorite. A lot of them nobody's heard, but there's one out there. Favorite? Oh, I was trying to see if anyone's gonna ask. Favorite song right now? Oh man, that's a tough one. Well, actually, it's not. So I would have to say, dude, hold on. I was just listening to it before the thing, so let me get it correct before I open my mouth here, because I always gotta be correct. Can't be saying shit off the top of the head. If my phone will load.
I'm gonna load.
My fault. I'm gonna load, he says. It's actually.
I'm completely loaded.
Oh man, my freaking thing isn't loading. Hold on. Oh, it's from the Tribe Called Quest album, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, and it's called Get a Hold. I've probably been listening, because I have the vinyl over here, because I play records. Like when I want to listen to old school shit, I actually have vinyl, and cassette tapes. But Tribe Called Quest, I've been playing that song on repeat probably for a little bit. It's called Get a Hold. It's really dope. It's old, super old track.
Yeah, Keg, just dive into the earliest stuff you can find. He's got a lot of stuff on YouTube, but even more on Spotify. But of course, there's no video there. But yeah, and I can't get my Spotify open. I got to make a new one, actually. It's been hacked on.
Yeah, Keg, you could start from the beginning. So if you go all the way back to 2014, I think, because I removed a lot of songs from my Spotify as of late within the last year.
Okay.
So it's kind of, I took some things off, but start with Finish Line, because Finish Line is probably one of the oldest records, and Morning Light. Those two records are like very old. I would say start from there, and you could see the different, hear the difference, and it's drastically different as you go forward. But King Dao, will we see any more music videos from you? Oh, absolutely. I'm sitting on quite a few right now. It's just patiently waiting. So yeah, there's plenty of videos. Definitely. There's a lot of videos that we still gotta with other people that I gotta be present for too, and vice versa. So yeah, there'll definitely be more videos, man. I just been staying in my doghouse.
I am your God. What's going on, man? Good to see you, dude. We were just actually getting ready to wrap this up. Just to briefly introduce you, this is Fresh C. He is an artist on, he's a worldwide artist at this point. And he does have his details in the description. He got his YouTube channel and his Instagram there. He also does Twitch, video gaming. He makes beats, and he's got a ton of work coming on, about to drop. So if you are looking for new artists to check out, go check out Fresh, man.
Appreciate, yo, just one last time before we cut it off, just big shout out to the SGR crew one time. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Thank you so much for, thank you for even giving me the opportunity to be on your platform again, man. Like,
Man, you're always
it's always
welcome,
fun.
bro.
We always talk about stuff. We always talk about stuff I usually can't
An
talk
hour
about
and a
in
half
interviews,
just ain't
so it's,
long
like,
enough.
fun.
You know, I hate to cut it short, but
It's always fun.
yeah, I'd rather it be 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd sit here all day, talk to you. But we got the live tonight. But man, yeah, every time we get together, it's just a great fucking time, man. I enjoy your company, man. And thank you for coming through, man. I really do appreciate you coming through, man.
Always, man. Anytime you need me, I'm here. So, you know that already.
Hey,
But anytime you
let
need
me tell the
anything from me,
SJR crew this. When he says that shit, he fucking means it. This dude's no joke, man. He don't fucking say things and don't, follow through with anything. Like, the biggest thing, proof, is I got a John Connor interview because of this man. He said, let me call up Mateen, let me see, if he's got time. Mateen says, shoot the number. I called him right away. Boom, got it set up for the very next day. Fresh says something, he does it. It gets done, period. He's a man of his word.
and much appreciated. You know what I mean? And big shout out, like I said, to Rashawn Dabani. That's Herc's family right there. So big shout out to Navajo Point and everybody up in B-Town. Big shout out to y'all. Shout out to all my natives and everybody in the 928. And last, but most certainly first, you, my dude, Bug Green. Thank you for what you do for the culture, bro. You are hip hop. You are music.
I appreciate you, man. I really do. But there is no me if there is no you. So just remember that shit. This starts with you guys, the artists. Yeah. It gives me something to look forward to be able to push to people that may not hear about it, that need to hear music that's not on the radio. There's so much better shit out there than the radio, and you're part of it, dude.
I'm grateful. Thank all you guys, man. And I'll be in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it up right now. If you can shoot me the link when you're done to the live, and I'm gonna put it up on one monitor while I'm streaming, and then. Yeah, I have it all hooked up. I'll be around.
Yeah, I'll shoot it to you right after we get off here. And, it's already staged and ready to go.
All right, brother. Well, again, peace to everybody that joined us. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, much love.
Much love to you, brother. I appreciate you again.
Yeah, no doubt, bro.
So, SJR crew, my family, I appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with us today. We had a great time. Again, I want to thank the man of the hour, Fresh C, for his time and being able to hang out with us and having some just great conversation, letting us know what's coming in the future and what the past was all about. Always have a great time talking with that dude. And this is how I find my music. Nice. I hope you guys are around tonight, man. We got a packed lineup. I think we got about 25 songs on the docket, and I know there'll be some requests. So you guys come armed with non-copywritten requests, and we're gonna get them up on the top. Much love to everybody out there. I'll see you in just under an hour, about 45 minutes on the other channel, man, or on the other station. So be good. Much love, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right. Peace.